we turn on the news and there are more young people dying, I swore to the president and to this country that I would protect your health. This is clearly one of those moments, one of those issues that is harming America's health.
But there's a reason why your predecessors didn't address it.
Perhaps.
The CDC director, Dr. Rochelle Walensky, doing something her predecessors have avoided speaking out forcefully against gun violence in America, calling it a serious public health threat. Well, Antonia Okafor is back with us to talk to us a little bit more. She's the Director of Outreach and the National Spokesperson for Gun Owners of America. Thanks for staying with us for this conversation. So, what was your reaction to the CDC Director?
You know, it's been the same reaction that I've had when it comes down to the CDC wanting to make gun violence a public health threat. It comes down to it's violence that, of course, that is the actual public health threat, not just the tool that someone unfortunately uses for evil in that situation. But there's also other ways that we can go about it. Unfortunately, the only way that we're seeing the CDC director and people of the like are saying that we can actually deal with this is to take guns away from those who are law-abiding citizens. That's what gun control is to put more restrictions on lawful gun owners. And that's the problem that I see with that.
Well, do you see a problem with the major guns that are being used to take out massive crowds, like the assault rifles and machine guns and different things like that? Or is it you just want to protect the I guess, smaller form, more simple handgun type of firearms?
Well, the thing is, when it comes down to the history of gun control, it's actually been something where in the last few decades, we've seen a switch where the focus was on handguns, right, in the 80s and the 90s. Unfortunately, after they found out, though, that it wasn't handguns that were actually the issue, they turned to rifles. And if you look at even at the FBI statistics, 2019, it shows that more people were killed with other means of even clubs, hands and feet were used more in murder cases than rifles were. So we're focusing on something that is very, very small and minuscule when it comes down to the actual numbers of these quote unquote gun violence situations. And instead, we should be focusing on the major aspects of what is causing these people to use a firearm in the first place, and then illegally use that, of course, to use it in crime, because of course crime is illegal and it always will be. It doesn't matter about the tool that person uses, as the FBI statistics actually show. It matters the person who is behind that tool, and that's what we need to address the most.
Well, one of the things that the CDC is doing is they're trying to, I guess, roll out a new plan to restart gun violence research to get to the heart of the issues, and that's just something that's been opposed by gun groups. And part of the plan is to, I guess, track the number of people going into emergency rooms with non-fatal gunshot wounds, documenting, for example, whether it was a self-inflicted or intentional or related to an assault that happened, and that's why they got the gun wound. Now, the agency is also funding projects to prevent gun-related violence and injuries, so they're saying they're trying to do something about that violence that you spoke about. But why has there been so much pushback about tracking these numbers?
I believe the pushback really comes down to the fact that it's this insanity cycle of trying these types of policies, that this is not the first time they've tried to push policies like that. And also state by state, a lot of these policies are already on the books and people are not enforcing them. So when it comes down to what we've seen statistically is that these policies are not working, just like we've seen, unfortunately, in mass shootings. People who are going to do harm are going to places where people are the most vulnerable and able to do the most harm in the least amount of time. And that comes down to gun-free zones. That comes down to not enabling those good guys, right, the people who want to protect themselves and other people, to be able to be empowered with the firearms that they need in that situation to be able to get the job done and to protect themselves. But these criminals are using those types of policies to actually hurt people who are wanting to do the right thing, and that's what we should be focused on.
Well, I know you live in Texas, and we talked earlier about people carrying legally and responsibly, but what's your reaction to Texas's new law that allows Texans to open carry handguns without a license or even a safety permit?
Yeah, so we've had this gun control restriction for the last 150 years in Texas. And as you will see in history, state by state, most of the gun control policies were actually pushed after they saw a resurgence of course, freed slaves, of African Americans who were then also realizing that they had a human right to protect themselves. And so the racist people actually put in place policies that would make it harder for African Americans and other people to be able to get those firearms. That includes putting a $140 fee in order to just say, ask for permission for a right that you already have to the government that at that time, especially, was very biased against African Americans having firearms. Because why? Of course, you don't want an equal playing field when it comes down to someone who wants to oppress someone and keep them oppressed. So this is actually a victory, something that Gun Owners of America has pushed for a long time, is to make sure that there are no financial barriers or no government barriers dictating who gets to actually exercise this human right that everyone has a chance to be able to utilize, and should not have $140 or plus or classes that are dictated by the government to keep them from able to do so and do so quickly.
You got some good points there, but you know what? The black firearm ownership is still, relatively small portion of the gun owning population. So do you see these figures climbing even more?
Absolutely. I mean, to see a 58% increase in just the last year alone shows, and again, like I'm part of that Detroit event that happens every year, and I get to see it grow exponentially every year and talk to the women and why they're there. And big reason last year was because of COVID, and not be just because, of course, the virus, but they also realized that there were police officers, there were departments saying, look, you're on your own. I think a lot of African Americans have already felt that for a long time, that we're on our own. But it was very clear to even more people that when it comes down to protecting yourself, it's going to come down to you. And there's not going to be a police officer who's going to get there in time in order to do something that happens in seconds. So that's what I think is really pushing this, is that other African Americans are learning that this is their own human right and that they should take full ownership of it, and they're doing that, and that's what we're going to continue to see.
Well, I'm glad you're not alone. You got Smith & Wesson with you, so you stay safe out there in Texas. Thank you so much for joining us, Antonia.